Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hudson Sports and Civic Center for the Big River Conference game between Hudson Raiders and the Eau Claire North Huskies. We're introducing the starting lineup for Eau Claire North here. Evan Logic just being introduced. Scott Roscoe, defenseman, number 4.
Number 5, TJ Meyer.
TJ Meyer, number 5, the other defenseman.
From the Huskies, sophomore number 30, Ben Bernizer.
Sophomore Ben Bernizer. Eau Claire comes into the game with a record of 3-2. And the Hudson Raiders, on the other hand, lost their first game of the year on Tuesday night against Rice Lake. They're hoping to rebound. Leaves Hudson 3-1-1 on the season.
Sophomore Ryan Dow.
Ryan Dow starting at center on Hudson's first line.
And winning the senior wearing number 11,
Phil Drewiski at his
and the other wing,
and
also a senior number
Cody Johnson.
Cody Johnson.
Cody Johnson is senior at Dow's other line.
Hudson junior number 15, Evan Zick.
Evan Zick, number 15, junior, starting on defense.
And senior wearing number 19.
And Josh Perrin, number 19, one of the co-captains of the team.
And a goal for the Raiders,
at the other team.
Number 1,
Garrett Patrick, starting his 15th consecutive game for the Raiders here.
Coach is Mike Stostoff. The assistant is Chris Dove.
Dave Drewiski, Roger Drewiski, Paul Winkles bringing you the game tonight for the Hudson Blue Line Club. Now we'll take a minute for the national anthem.
For the young men and women serving it around our world. And enjoy, sing along if you wish, the national anthem by the Hudson High School Pep Band under the direction of Ryan McCarthy.
Well, we got a treat tonight. The Hudson Pep Band is here to play for us. The Hudson High School Pep Band bringing us the national anthem for this game. Well, welcome to the Hudson Sports Civic Center again. The puck will be dropping here in just a minute. Kind of interesting to watch the balance of power here in the Big Rivers Conference. Early in this decade, Hudson was the dominant power in the conference, winning 2 state championships, one in 2001, the next in 2004. And Hudson was consistently rated as one of the top teams in the state during that period. Then the balance of power shifted to Eau Claire, where Eau Claire North had a very strong team 3 years ago and was rated number 1 in state for most of the year. Ended up losing in the semifinal game at the state tournament. Then came the last 2 years. Eau Claire Memorial had a tremendous group of athletes come through. They only lost 1 game in 2 years in high school hockey. They were a good enough team that they went undefeated last year and lost in the state championship the year before. So this year it looks different in the conference. The lone undefeated team is the Rice Lake Warriors, who beat Hudson on Tuesday night. Somewhat of an upset to people in the southern part of the conference, but I don't think so in Eau Claire's mind. There's Dow winning the faceoff, sending it back to Zick. Zick pumps it into the Eau Claire zone. Against common opponents, And I believe there is only one. There's a nice pass out in front from Drisky. Perrin shot, skipped just wide. And puck sent down into the Hudson zone. Zick sends it quickly around to Perrin. Perrin back to Zick. And Zick up to Cody Johnson. Johnson up to Dow. Dow manages to stay with the puck and bring it into the zone. There's Drisky. Oh, nice feed right in front from Cody Johnson. Bernizer blocked that shot. Drisky pinned into the corner by Meyer. And Roscoe has a puck taken away from him. There's Dow, shot off the shoulder of Bernizer. This line is really buzzing. Some very skilled athletes. Both Dow and Cody Johnson played on Team Wisconsin during the fall. Dow, who's a sophomore, played on the Team Wisconsin minor team. Cody, who is a senior, played on the Team Wisconsin major team. I was starting to say about common opponents. On the same week, Hudson and Eau Claire North played the Hayward Hurricanes. North beat Hayward 5-4. Hudson pounded Hayward by a 10-0 score. So if that score is any indication, Hudson should have the advantage. There's a puck coming out in front. Eau Claire coming into the zone. Nice block there. Look. Oh, the rebound came right out. The rebound came right out to the trailer for Eau Claire. That's Derek Dillon with the score, with an assist from Brad Money. So Eau Claire opens up the scoring a minute 24 into the period.
Derek Dillon, assisted by number 11, Brad Money.
And Eau Claire jumps out to a 1-0 lead. Spence Corum sending it around to Perrin. Perrin up. There's Billy Sarno coming out of the zone. Sarno dumps it in. Tipped wide by Bernizer. There's Roscoe sending it up. Perrin keeps it in. Puck sent into the corner. There's Perrin giving chase. Perrin tried to get it in front. It's picked up by Shea. Puck kicked off in the corner. Corum has it and sends it cross rink to his partner Perrin. Puck comes back in the zone. Corum picks it up, sends it down the boards and out to center ice. Puck comes back down into the zone. Where Perrin sends it out. A little bit long for Johnson. Okay, well, puck comes down into the Eau Claire zone where Zach Meinlich will take the face off. His wings are Phil McSorley, number 21, and Dardine, number 4. Dardine battling along the boards with Eau Claire's Blodgett. Puck comes in front. There's Caleb Kostick getting it. Puck comes back out to center ice. Zick sends it into the Eau Claire zone. Dardine over giving chase. Kostick. Well, nobody wanted the puck there for Hudson. There's Meinlich stick handling too. Brings it into the zone. Puck comes back in where Roscoe sends it out. Perrin chips the puck to center ice. It's picked up over there by Lund. Here's Dow sending it wide to Perrin. Perrin shot blocked by Bernizer. Shot in front by two shots in front there by Phil Drewiski. Bernizer covers up. Hey guys. Well, Hudson's had some good chances in front. Bernizer's been up to it. So leaving some pretty juicy rebounds out there. So hopefully Hudson can capitalize on that here shortly. Bernizer's down. don't know if that puck hit him high or not. There was a couple shots right in tight. Looks like he might have caught one underneath his neck protector. He's trying to shake it off. Okay, Ryan Dow taking the face-off now. Against Lund. Lund clears the zone. Puck comes all the way down into the Hudson end, and that'll be another ice. Hudson runs 5 defensemen, and Andrew Rodewald, number 9, was back there to pick that up. Okay, Dow again taking the face-off against Lund.
What do you got? Don't break down too mentally.
Switch of centers here. There's Johnson winning this. Rodewald's hit that one. It now comes back into the zone. Puck comes around, picked up back there by Dillon. Dillon sends it wide, tipped up in front to Lund. Puck goes in around behind the net. Sends back around for Rodewald. There's a Cody Johnson stealing a miss hit. Johnson with speed coming into the zone. Johnson's shot went high and wide. Drewski sends it back in for Johnson. Bouncing puck over his stick. Roscoe sends it around to Lund. Here Johnson picks it up. Shot blocked in front. Drewski shot to Cody Johnson. Deflected in there. Now the puck comes out of the Hudson zone. Sent out by Meyer. Now back to center ice where Kostic dumps it into the Eau Claire zone. Big Ryan Haynes down on the sideboards. Mitch Patrick trying to get it over to Haynes. Patrick sends it over to, that's Taylor Zarfus, number 20, taking that shot. Puck comes out in front. Patrick keeps it in, and then Eau Claire ices it.
They've been wanting to ice it for a long time.
Yeah, Eau Claire got caught out there pretty long on a shift. Hudson had some good pressure, and that's your best defense when your guys are tired, is just toss it down and get a fresh face-off. So Patrick and Zarfus, there's a shot in front. Big Ryan Haynes tried to deflect that. Haynes coming in, lays a little lumber. You can probably tell he was an offensive lineman. Just a little gentle hit put his man right on his back. Puck comes back into the Eau Claire zone. Eau Claire sends it wide. There's Caleb Kostic coming with speed into the Eau Claire zone. Kostic swinging around, and he shoots and scores. Well, they call Kostic the Jet Man, and I think he saw a little bit of that speed on that goal. I think that's going to be all alone for Kostic here. Yep, unassisted goal for Caleb Kostic. He's a senior, he's a 3-year varsity performer, and I think he got tired of being behind Eau Claire North. Kostic ties up the game at 5:53. Hudson knocks up the score. Ryan Dow out, taking the face-off against Lund. Dow has terrific speed. He's only a sophomore. He's grown it quite a bit. He made varsity midway through last season, coming off an injury. He's battling in there with the help of Evan Usable. You'll see Hudson mix their centers up. Hudson skates 4 lines. Dahl will often double shift with this combination of Sarno, number 12. Here's shot by Josh Perrin, working it in all alone. Perrin stays in. Sarno goes back to the blue line to help out. This puck picked off by Dillon. Dillon sends it out of the zone. And that'll be another ice against Eau Claire. Well, it's pretty clear that Eau Claire coach is telling his guys to just dump the puck out of the zone, take an icing if you need to, if Hudson has too much sustained pressure. So Eau Claire's Shea is going to be facing off against Beinlett. Puck goes back in the corner. Another shot in front, hit traffic. There's Taylor Zarfus with Beinlett. There's Kostic sending it into the zone. Now Zarfus has had the scoring touch his whole career. Here's Rodewald in front. Oh my goodness, great save there by Bernizer. Adam Dardine had the puck right on the door front. Looked like a certain goal there. Bernizer somehow got his stick on it. Anyways, just to finish up the thought, Taylor Zarfus doing a double shift there too. He's had a scoring touch since he's been a little guy. He scored 4 consecutive goals in Hudson's win against New Richmond. So coach trying to give him a little extra ice time too. Here's Money coming out of the zone. He throws it in on net. Spence Corum gets it up to Drewski. Drewski gets it over to Johnson. Johnson knocks the puck down and takes it into the Eau Claire zone. Johnson tries to sneak the puck over. Johnson's shot was deflected back into the corner. Drewski in there battling. Puck comes over to Money. Got a hooking and holding going on right there now. Money was unable to dump the puck in. Oh, there was a nice goal front setup by Eau Claire. Hudson can't be asleep in front on their defensive coverages. The puck was kept in by Meyer. Shot attempt in front there. Josh Perrin stole the puck. Here's Perrin going in. Nice little give and go there between Cody Johnson and Josh Perrin. Sent into the Hudson zone, or the Hudson zone, and that'll be another ice on Eau Claire. Well, Hudson putting on good sustained pressure here with an 8-2 shot advantage. Eau Claire took an advantage of a big rebound out in front to score first at the 1:24 mark. Hudson's been putting on good pressure since then. Here's Ryan Hayes leaving it for, nice pass in front there by Taylor Zarfus. Zick shot just wide of the net. Zarfus in there battling. Puck comes out to Kostic. Kostic dumps it in to the Eau Claire zone. Menard sends it around. That's a pretty familiar Eau Claire name, Menard. There's a shot in front, gloved and held by Bernizer. So Hudson changes lines again. That'll be Sarno taking the face-off. Cody Johnson and Evan Husebo are his wings. Rodewald and Perrin staying out on D for Hudson. Sarno taking the face-off against Shea. Puck comes over to Johnson. Johnson stick handles around 2 men. A 3rd man finally has the puck stolen and comes out. There's big TJ Meyer, Scott Roscoe. You'll see these 2 defensemen for Eau Claire log a lot of minutes. A nice job by Husebo lifting a stick to keep the puck control in Hudson's favor. Husebo and Johnson battling over there against Meyer and Lund. Finally, Meyer comes out with it. Puck picked up by Blodgett. Blodgett comes in. His shot's blocked and up into the netting behind the Hudson goal. So that'll bring a face-off in the Hudson zone. Both teams switch lines here. This will be Zach Beinlett taking the face-off for Hudson. against Dillon for Eau Claire. Josh Perrin comes off. There's Dardine taking the face-off now. Puck comes out of the Hudson zone. Sent in by Menard. Garrett leaves it for Corum. And the puck sent out of the zone. Here's Menard after it. Eau Claire's mostly running with 3 defensemen. There's McSorley back there along with Beinlich. Menard. The puck comes back into the far corner. Puck comes in front. Here's Beinlich. Shot. Oh, deflected. Big rebound. Nobody was there to jump on it. Here, Corum cleans his man up. Puck comes back into the far corner. Here's Caleb Kostick pinching. Sends it in. Back to Dardine. Dardine stick handling. Leaving it for McSorley. And Eau Claire's one ices the puck and will bring another face-off down in the Eau Claire zone.
This guy there going to hold it. Face the puck.
Yeah, I think Eau Claire is realizing that they're not gonna try to out-skate or out-skill Hudson, but they're trying not to make mistakes or get too tired out in their own zone. There's Cody Johnson with the puck, sends it in front. Drewski ridden off the puck by Derleth. The puck stolen by Perrin. Perrin, by the way, is 3-time All-Big Rivers Conference defenseman. He's been a 4-year varsity player. Perrin sends it hard in on Bernizer. And Bernizer holds on for another face-off down in the Eau Claire zone. Boy, it's really different pace of game than we saw with Eau Claire, between Hudson and River Falls. They could skate minutes without a whistle. Here, Eau Claire is really trying to slow the game down. Johnson sends it back in for Drewski. Drewski pinned up against the boards. Puck comes out. Zick sends it in on net. Drewski shot was deflected wide. Now once more sent back into the Hudson zone. This time no ice. There's Perrin with it. Sends it up for Drewski. Drewski off the boards. Didn't quite get to Dow. Good quick puck movement by Hudson. There's Cody Johnson. Sending the puck up for Drewski. Puck skitters out to center ice, where it's sent back into the Hudson zone. Here, Perrin's got it. His pass deflected. And Zick coming to pick it up on the half boards. Zick comes away with the puck and skates it out to center ice. The puck stolen by Patrick. Patrick coming in, tries to get it over to Johnson. Johnson knocks it down, goes back in behind the Eau Claire zone. Here's Roscoe. Little saucer pass comes out to Rodewald. Rodewald dumps it down into the corner. The pass out front, stolen by Rodewald. Rodewald skates it in. It's deflected down to the sideboards. Caleb Kostick picks it up. Kostick fought through a hook and got it back behind to Zarfus. Puck comes out of the zone, and Eau Claire gets a chance to change lines. There's Rodewald sending it over to Kostick. Kostick quickly up to Haynes.
Come on, Timmy, work!
There's Reeder, and there's Zarfus battling, got the puck, sends a backhand in. Bernizer holds on. Nice hustle there by Zarfus, stealing that puck, getting some separation, and put a nice backhand on net. Zarfus can shoot from just about any angle, and he's pretty effective at it. He's Hudson's leading scorer this year, at least goal scorer. Sarno taking the face-off now against Shea.
3 minutes, guys. It's over. Come on.
Eau Claire really working primarily 2 lines. Puck comes out of the zone. Corum knocks it down. And that'll be a hand pass, so.
He wasn't trying. Apologize, Ethan. Apologize. The other guy.
Okay, Eau Claire's Shea taking the face-off here against Sarno. Puck comes out to Josh Perrin. Perrin skating into the zone. And it'll be an offside on Hudson.
Hey, 3 minutes, come on. Hard now.
Perrin is not very big, but he's very strong. He was second-team all-conference running back in the Big Rivers Conference in football. Real versatile utility back for Hudson. Puck comes back over to Meyer. Kept in the zone. Well, I guess the ref didn't agree. I thought Spence Corum had kept it in the zone. Another face-off here. Lots of whistles. Hudson out shooting Eau Claire 14-2. Score remains tied 1-1. The puck comes into the zone. Meyer and Husebo back in the corner. Down nearly intercepts. Puck comes out to Money. Money across center ice. Dumps it in deep.
Right there, right there.
There's a shot. Second shot by Eau Claire. Eau Claire's really trying to do some counter-punching. Really trying to be safe in their own zone and capitalize on opportunities when Hudson has a defensive lapse in their own zone. There's a puck stolen. A soft pass stolen by Sarno. Sarno couldn't get a good wood on that. Another attempt to steal by Husebo. Here's Perrin getting it into the Eau Claire zone. Oh, Spence Driver. Nice recovery there.
Let's go, let's go.
There's Beinlich into the zone. Hudson's got a 3-on-2. There's Zarfus trying a little give and go. Zarfus out in front, just under McSorley's stick. Oh, a couple of beautiful plays by Zarfus. There's a shot on net. Kicked out to the side.
He is not very good.
Zick recovers. Puck in front.
High boards too, guys. Point, point!
Puck comes back out to Roscoe. Roscoe can't control it. Pressure on Roscoe. Beinlich gets it up to Zarfus. Zarfus stumps it in. And McSorley giving chase. Menzel rides McSorley off where Roscoe picks it up. Sends it up. Zarfus controlling the puck. Bringing it around, looking for some help. Tried to get it to Johnson. Pass intercepted there. A nice hustle there by Caleb Kostick, keeping the puck in play. Here's an ice and another face-off down in the Eau Claire zone. Brian Dow will take the face-off with Johnson and Drewski at his wings. Zick and Kostick back on the blue line for Hudson. Eau Claire's Dillon will take the face-off against Dow. Eau Claire's trying to fly here. Nice recovery there by Zick.
1 minute remaining.
It's like here's Cody Johnson coming back in 2-on-2. Johnson, puck deflected. Dow and Johnson back behind the net. Dow gets it, sends it to Drewski. Drewski can't quite handle that pass. And here comes
Shot.
oh, nice little pass there by Eau Claire's Lund in front. Here's Johnson coming back. Johnson trying to get the pass into Perrin. There's Dow over to help out. Drewski's got it. Sends it in. Deflected in front by Johnson and wide. There's Eau Claire just trying to kill out the last few seconds of this first period. Well, quite a bit of hand passing going on. Nothing called. I think the refs are ready to take a break, given all the whistles we had in the first half. Well, Hudson clearly dominated the play. Eau Claire, however, drew first blood tonight. Had a goal in 1:24 the first period. It's with Dylan scoring with an assist from Money. Eau Claire came back to tie the score when Caleb Kostick took it in all the way in from center ice and scored against Brenizer. Hudson enjoying a 14-5 shot advantage and has controlled play for most of the game. Eau Claire playing good defensive hockey by icing the puck or whenever they get in trouble. I think the pressure Hudson's putting on will eventually wear down these Eau Claire North Huskies, but they're playing hard, and they actually, even though they only have 5 shots, had 3 good quality scoring chances on which one they converted. So anyway, we'll be back here after a break. Tonight is Parents' Night for Hudson, so we'll be introducing the parents of all these varsity hockey players. And then we'll take a short break and come back with the second period of hockey here from the Hudson Sports and Civic Center. Paul Winkles and Dave Drewiski bringing you the game tonight for the Hudson Blue Line Club. Okay, so those introductions and pictures will be going on out here.
In a moment, we'll be introducing the players and parents.
I want to take a moment to recognize what an effort it takes to grow a hockey player. Hockey is different from any other sport in that you have to learn how to skate very well in order to play it. You've got to have good hand-eye skills. You've got to have good competitiveness, toughness. It takes a very long time to master the sport. Most of these boys on the varsity team started hockey when they were 4 or 5 years old, and it takes a tremendous amount of dedication for parents to turn out a hockey player. So Ryan Dow, promising sophomore. His parents are Alan and Leanne Dow. Next up, sophomore Spencer Corum, Dan and Susie Corum. They have 5 kids, of which 4 are hockey players, so they are into the sport.
Junior,
Zach Beinlich, along with his parents, Kurt and Lynette Beinlich. Believe it or not, Lynette's side of the family is tall, so is Zach.
Junior, Evan Gardini, son of Jim and Lisa.
If you look close at Kurt, he was a wrestler. You can see the telltale ears. Very good wrestler. Here's Adam Dardine with parents Jim and Lisa. There's a big bunch of Dardines playing hockey now too. Adam is the oldest of 4. Here's Evan Husebo and his mother. Evan lost his dad last year unexpectedly to a brain tumor, so let's go out to that family.
Son of Mark and Stephanie, and accompanied by brother Michael.
Phil McSorley, his mother and father are Phil and Stephanie. Brother Mike, who was a hockey player, graduated in 2003 out with his younger brother. Here's Dean and Lori Rodewald, along with son Andrew. Dean is one of on the arena management board here, does a great job helping maintain our facilities. Evan Zick, John and Pat Zick. Evan is really probably the most improved player on the Hudson team this year, junior defenseman. Next comes the seniors. It's a big senior class here for Hudson, 8 senior players. Oops, excuse me, we missed a junior. Luke Kissel, who's the goalie, junior. His parents are Pete and Luann Kissel.
Now seniors, with one exception that will be apparent. Phil Drewiski, son of Roger.
Phil Drewiski, along with Roger and Judy Drewiski.
Senior
Roger is my brother.
Son of Brad and Gail.
Here's little Ryan Haynes, all-conference lineman, and a great pair of hands. His parents are Ryan and Gail Haynes.
Son of Randy and Nancy.
Cody Johnson, one of the senior captains. His parents are Randy and Nancy. Very skilled hockey player, member of Team Wisconsin, one of the leading scorers in the conference last year.
Son of Rocky and Lori.
Caleb Kostick, his parents are Rocky and Lori Kostick, one of the fastest players on the team and a very excellent senior leader for this team.
And now the dynamic brother duo on the team, sophomore Garrett Patrick.
We have two brothers on the team, sophomore goalie Garrett Patrick and Mitch Patrick. Mitch is a center on Hudson's second line who's been doing a lot of scoring this year. And his parents,
senior Josh
Perrin, with parents Dave and Sandy Perrin. Josh, a 4-year varsity player, two-time all-conference, and I certainly expect him to be all-conference again this year. Senior Mike Sarno, with Greg and Nancy Sarno. Greg chairs our arena management board here for Hudson Hockey. And Nancy is a never-ending team manager. And Taylor Zarfus, with Tom and Helen Zarfus. Taylor's got the golden scoring touch, and he's becoming a lot more complete hockey player, making some great goalmouth passes for his line mates, Haynes and Patrick. So these are the Hudson High School varsity players along with their parents. Hats off to the parents for all the dedication and sacrifices you make to turn out these hockey players. So thank you very much, and enjoy the evening. We're going to take a little break now, and we'll be back for the second period of the Hudson Raider Eau Claire North Husky game here in a few minutes. Well, welcome back to the second period of the Hudson Raider Eau Claire North Husky hockey game here from the Gornick Arena at the Hudson Sports and Civic Center. Dave Druski and Paul Winkles bringing you the game tonight. It's tied up at 1-1, even though Hudson really dominated most of the first period, and that shows from the shot clock with Hudson having a 14-5 shot advantage. Just to recap the scoring, if you're just joining us, Eau Claire got on the board first with a score at 1:24 into the period. Dylan scoring on a rebound shot from Money at 1:24, so Eau Claire jumped out to a 1-0 lead. At 5:53 in the period, Caleb Kostick was tired of being behind Eau Claire North, and he went nearly end-to-end to score the tying goal. Hudson had a lot of pressure on Ben Bernizer, the Eau Claire goalie, at many times during the period. Bernizer was up to the task and stopped all but that Kostick unassisted goal. Eau Claire has been showing no reluctance to ice the puck when they get in trouble in their own zone to relieve pressure from this Hudson offense. Hudson has been a very high-scoring team this year, up until earlier this week when they were shut out 3-0 by Rice Lake, up at Rice Lake. That was Hudson's first loss of the season. Mr. Druski dumping it into the Eau Claire zone. Roscoe back there, Druski on him, and the puck comes out of the zone. Dylan skates by it, and it comes back to Zick. Zick going wide to Druski, and Druski sends it into the Eau Claire zone. There's Roscoe with the puck. Roscoe didn't clear the zone. Puck comes in behind the Eau Claire zone, sent back around. Roscoe over to Dylan. And now it comes down into the Hudson zone. Evan Zick back to get it. The puck comes out in front. The shot in front. And here will be the first penalty of the night. Looks like it's going to be a hook on Josh Perrin. So Eau Claire will go on the power play 49 seconds into the period. Perrin for Hudson off for a hook.
Josh Perrin, 2-minute minor for hooking.
Mitch Patrick out to take the face off.
49 seconds of the second
This is against Dylan. Puck comes back. Kostick sends it around to Zick. Zick on the half boards. And Taylor Zarfus clears the puck. There's Dylan back to get it. Zarfus putting some pressure on him. Puck comes out to center ice where Shea picks it up. Shea sends it into the Hudson zone. Kostik's got it, comes back around the Hudson net, and Kostik sends it down. Eau Claire will have to regroup here. There's Patrick on the forecheck. Patrick's got it. Patrick still he comes out with the puck. Patrick tries to get in front to Zarfus. Puck deflected where Shea picks it up and skates it into the Hudson zone. Shea's shot is wide. Comes around to Lund. Lund and Patrick battling. Puck sent over, and Roscoe can't control it. He's got to regroup here. Puck comes back to Dylan. Dylan skates it in the zone. Sets up, tries a little saucer pass over for Roscoe. Roscoe's got it, sends it in front. Both Eau Claire guys stand on it, and Taylor Zarfus sends it out of the zone, and Hudson will do a line change. There's Dow and Johnson out at the forwards. Zick and Kostik stay back on the blue line. Shot deflected off and behind the net. Rink-wide pass. Stopped by Rodewald. Here's Johnson's shot, hard shot, deflected wide by Bernizer. Rink-wide pass. Comes over to Lund. Lund into the zone. There's Johnson intercepting, and puck knocked right back into the Hudson zone. Shot wide by Eau Claire. Kostik comes out with it. Kostik beats his man. Hudson's got a 3-1 setting up. Here's Kostik. Oh, Kostik's shot went wide. We saw some of that Kostik speed. There's Johnson in front to Dow. Oh, pass a little bit too high for Dow. Dow and Johnson have a nice chemistry working. Couldn't quite get that puck to lay down for Dow. He was right in all alone on Bernizer. Okay, that kills off the penalty. Eau Claire managed one weak shot on that. And there's Zach Meinlich taking the face-off. It's one of the first times tonight Eau Claire has skated a third line. There's a shot by Perrin deflected out front. Puck comes back out of the Hudson zone. Meyer picks it up, sends it out. Puck comes tipped back into the Hudson zone. Meinlich's got it, sends it around to Corum. Corum sends it back around to Perrin. Perrin over to Corum. And there's Meinlich sending it into the Eau Claire zone. And McSorley back around on Meyer. Jardine centers in front. Meinlich almost got it. Kostik shot in front, tipped over the goal. McSorley shot deflected out front. Puck comes out of the Eau Claire zone. Here's Zick back to center ice and dumps it to the far corner. Hudson changes lines here. There's Johnson stealing it. Johnson wheeling and dealing. Tries to get a pass over to Sarno. Puck comes out to center ice. Kostik dumps it back in. Hudson trying to pressure Eau Claire right now. These guys have been caught out on a long shift here. Hudson, and now Eau Claire is able to ice it. Every period when you switch ends, one team has the advantage if the other team can control the zone. In this case, Eau Claire has to come from the far end of the rink to switch lines if Hudson has them bottled up down in their own end. There's Patrick taking the face-off now against Lund. Lund sent out, and Dylan comes in to take the face-off. Patrick wins that face-off clean. Zarfus sends it around the net. Hudson really working hard on the forecheck. There's Zarfus in front. Oh, Haynes had it right in front. Couldn't quite get the wood on it. And Money sends it in deep. Kostik sends it quickly over to Haynes. Haynes up to Patrick. Patrick ridden off the puck. Puck kicked up to Zarfus and kicked over to the side by Eau Claire. There's Zick got it, sends it right back into the Eau Claire zone. Roscoe to his running mate. Here's Patrick picking it up at neutral ice. Patrick shot in. Patrick another shot deflected both by Bernizer off to the side of the net. Patrick tried to get in front. Patrick back over to Zarfus. Zarfus coming out. Zarfus shot in front, deflected. Zarfus picks up the rebound, misfires on that, and Roscoe sends it back where it gets by Rodewald. There's Josh Perrin coming right back in, controls it, but it comes out of the Hudson zone, out into neutral ice. There's Lund sending it back in. It ends up on the stick of Cody Johnson. Johnson sends it wide to Drewiski. Drewiski can't handle that pass. There's Meyer sending it around to the half wall. And set right back into the zone. Eau Claire shifting Mathis in there from time to time, number 16 at wing. We've got Blodgett sending out of the zone, no ice on this one. Perrin back to get it. Sends it quickly around to Drewiski. And that's an ice. And the faceoff will come back into the Hudson zone. This will be Beinlich taking the faceoff against Dillon. Puck comes back to Kostick. Kostick sends it over to Zarfus. Here's Beinlich coming out. Beinlich dumps it into the zone. It's Spence Corum sending it just wide of the net. Puck comes around and sent out of the zone by Lund. Puck sent right back in. Beinlich tries to dump in the zone where it's picked up by Lund. Lund coming in. Tried to set up his teammate coming across the front. Good defense there by Spence Corum. Puck comes back to Lund. Lund's shot deflected out front. Here Corum sends it. Corum pass knocked down by Lund. Comes right back to Corum behind the net. Here Corum loses control behind the net. And we've got a penalty called. Looked like a hook. Oh, it's a rough on Money, number 11. So Hudson will go on the power play. So at 7:20 in the period, Hudson goes on the power play. Hudson's power play unit: Johnson, Dow, Drewiski, Kostick, and Perrin. Drewiski sends it in to Kostick. Kostick coming around the net. Kostick sends it over to Johnson. Drewiski in front. Beautiful pass just under the stick. Perrin controls it at the blue line, sends it over to Johnson. Johnson stick handling and keeps control of the puck. Nice feet and hands there, Cody. There's Dow with the puck. Drewiski patrolling in the slot. Johnson being battled in there, and Eau Claire clears the puck. A minute left in the power play. Hudson keeps its power play unit out there. Perrin sends it over to Dow. Dow eludes the checker and comes across center ice. Dow in the zone, looking to set up. Here's Kostick sending a puck in that went wide. Perrin keeps it in the zone. Perrin over to Drewiski. Drewiski to Kostick. Dow in front. Shot stopped. Kostick picks it up again. Over to Perrin. Perrin shot a little bit high. And Johnson comes out. Johnson to Drewiski in there. Eau Claire comes out with it. Perrin keeps it in the zone. Perrin flicks it over to the corner where Dow sends it back in behind. Roscoe sends it out and it finally does clear the zone. Here's Johnson coming back in for Hudson. Johnson shot and gloved by Bernizer. 4 seconds left on the power play. Looks like Eau Claire is going to kill this one off. Hudson brings out the Patrick line here to kill off to getting one more chance down here in the Eau Claire zone. Patrick taking the face off against Shea. There's Zarfus. Hard shot in front. Knocked down in front by Perrin. Puck comes around. And Shea comes out of the zone. Puck stolen by Haynes. Haynes sends it into the Eau Claire zone. Comes right back out. Kostik's got it. Sends it over for Perrin. Perrin reverses field. And the puck comes out to center ice. Puck comes back to Haynes. Hudson coming with numbers in. Puck skitters wide of Bernizer. Pass a little long where Evan Zick picks it up. Zick sends it up to Patrick. No ice there. Two players had a good shot at it. Puck comes around in front where Zick picks it up just into the neutral ice. Battle for it over along the blue line. Finally comes out of the zone. There's Patrick stealing the puck. Zarfus shot. Oh, deflected. Just rolled up and over Bernizer's shoulder. Here's Patrick with the puck. Tries to get in front. Comes back to Zarfus. Zarfus tries to get in front to Haynes. And Eau Claire doesn't clear the zone. Zip shot. Deflected out front. Zarfus in there battling. Eau Claire comes up with it. Tries unsuccessfully to clear the puck. Zick keeps it in, dumps it in behind the Eau Claire net. There's Bernard trying to get it out to his line mate. And Zick, Eau Claire does finally clear the zone. Here's Kostik back to get it. Kostik over to Zick. Zick pass to Sarno, misses. Sarno steals that attempted pass and dumps it right back into the Eau Claire zone. Cody Johnson in after Roscoe. Puck comes out and is picked up by Gillen. Gillen coming out of the zone into the Hudson zone. Shot blocked by Perrin. Controls the rebound and sends it back down the ice. That ice waved off. Long pass by Shea, intercepted by Rodewald. Rodewald sends it over to Sarno. Sarno picks it up at center ice and sends it into the Eau Claire zone. Here's Hizabo back against Roscoe. Sends it up to Johnson. Johnson and Hizabo battling. Puck comes out and Shea eventually gets it out of the Eau Claire zone. Comes back to Perrin. Perrin, hard pass. Goes back where Meyer is chasing it. Meyer sends it around to Roscoe. And Roscoe up to block it. Puck comes out to Perrin. Perrin's shot in front. There's a great opportunity for Johnson on that rebound. Puck deflected in and over the Eau Claire zone. Perrin sending it back in front. Beinlich's got it. Beinlich tries to wrap around, and he got it. I believe that's Zach Beinlich's first varsity goal. He had a lot of good chances last weekend against Hayward. He used that big 6'4" frame to do the wraparound on Bernizer. And finally, after a lot of sustained pressure, Hudson scores. That's Beinlich from Perrin at 12:35 in the second period. So Hudson goes up 2-1.
For Hudson, number 14, his first goal as a varsity player.
There's a tradition to give the guy the puck after they score the first goal, so I think Zach's going to be pretty excited to get that. He was injured early last year in the hockey season and didn't play any varsity hockey. This year in football season, he was a starting defensive back. Oh, great opportunity there for Beinlich to get 2-on-1 shift. Puck just went wide. Well, anyway, to finish the story, Beinlich in the first game of the season against Wisconsin Rapids, late in the fourth quarter, he dislocated his shoulder. So he went through shoulder surgery, stayed off the football field, and was able to come back for the start of the hockey season. So great moment for Beinlich getting that score. Here's Kostic taking the puck away from Dillon. Puck comes around the boards to McSorley. There's a deflection in front. Eau Claire almost had an opportunity there. They seem to be really content to try to counterpunch. There's a wraparound attempt, and Patrick stops it and pins it up against the goal. No, that was Eau Claire. Eau Claire got one shot in the power play they had at the beginning of the period, and it's been about 12 minutes since they've had another shot, and just about 12 minutes since they've been in the Hudson zone. Here's Dow with a face-off. Puck kicked around in front. Puck, the shot went wide there. Patrick covers up. Well, hockey's a crazy game. Puck bounces funny ways. It's a matter of inches or fractions of inches between scoring and not scoring. But Dow wins that face-off clean. Perrin sends it around to Drewiski. High stick there, and that'll bring another whistle and another face-off. Dow against Shea here on the face-off. Comes into the Hudson end. Zick sends it over to Perrin. Perrin up to Johnson. Johnson, Drewiski, Dow breaking out of the zone. Comes to Dow. Dow tried a little flip pass, went over the net. Puck comes back in, where Dow picks it up. Dow sends it back for Johnson. Johnson controlling. Johnson back in front where Drewiski picks it up. Drewiski sends it back for Dow. Puck comes around. Johnson pressuring Blodgett, and finally Blodgett comes out of the zone. Blodgett's shot. Patrick covers up, and be another face-off down in the Hudson zone. With 2:30 left here, Hudson finally on top, 2-1 over Eau Claire, despite really dominating play for most of the game. Here's Patrick taking the face-off against Dillon. Haynes controls the puck, puts it into the zone. Zarfos. I'm surprised they called that an icing, but it'll bring it back into the Hudson zone. Puck deflected off Eau Claire player there, so 2:20 left in the period here. Patrick against Dillon here in the face-off circle. Puck comes out. Rodewald picks it up. Rodewald up towards Zarfos. Puck knocked down in front. It's a nice aggressive play there by Patrick. And puck sent wide. Well, Hudson's trying to stretch the Eau Claire defense right now and not quite hitting on their passes, leading to the icing. A little different from Eau Claire's icing when they get in trouble in their own end. Hudson switches lines now. This would be Sarno taking the face-off again against Dillon. Kind of a draw there on that face-off. Perrin picks it up. Perrin's got some wonderfully quick feet. Perrin tries a little slip move. He got in there and he shot. Oh, blocked by Bernizer. Perrin tried to pass in front. And it'll be an ice on Eau Claire. You saw some not only nice feet, but good stick handling there by Perrin, slipping it through the defender's legs and going in for a good chance against Bernizer. Bernizer's pretty short. Hudson's trying to go high on him, but just haven't been connecting on those high shots. Another shot by Perrin. There's Sarno with a shot, or tried to pick up that rebound. Cody Johnson in around the net, ridden off the puck. Roscoe skates out of trouble and brings it out of the zone. There's Spence Corum over there against Shea. Roscoe somehow got his stick on that puck. Is Cody Johnson taking off the puck by Roscoe? Oh, they called an interference there. They called an interference there on Roscoe. So Hudson will go on the power play here with 1:12 left. Eau Claire bench is screaming over that one. So Hudson will go on the power play here. The captain's looking for an explanation.
Number 4, Scott Roscoe, 2-minute minor for interference. Roscoe interference at 15:48 of the second period.
So Roscoe in the sin bin for interference, and Hudson goes on the power play. Okay, Hudson keeps the same power play unit out there. Drewiski, Dow, Johnson, Perrin, and Kostic. The puck comes back to Johnson, Johnson to Perrin, Perrin right back to Johnson. Johnson carrying it in through center ice. And puck was taken away and sent back into the Hudson zone. 53 seconds left here. Hudson's got a chance for one more rush. Here's Johnson picking it up, coming through center ice. Johnson rings it around. Perrin's there, couldn't quite control it, and the puck comes out of the zone. 30 seconds left here. Drewiski sends it up to Johnson. Take clock. Well, lost about 5 seconds on the clock there. I don't know if we're going to have it reset here or not. What happened up there? The clock started?
It didn't stop with about 5 seconds. We'll wait to 5 and then start the clock. Okay, 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I looked up and counted them down. It was 24.85.
Okay, a little argument here about how much time should go back on the clock. Okay, I think they've compromised at 4 seconds, so it'll be approximately 25 seconds left in the second period here.
Because the clock ran longer, we will be delaying the start of the clock for 4 seconds.
Okay, so Hudson, you guys have been working hard, but only got 2 goals to show for it. Eau Claire and most other teams in the Big Rivers really show up to play Hudson, so shouldn't be any big surprise. Here's Meyer sending it in. Dow picks it up. There's Johnson coming into the zone, loses control. Puck comes right back out of the zone. There's Perrin coming in. Perrin shot deflected. Drewiski sends it in, knocked down by Meyer. Johnson tries to send it in front, and that'll be the end of the period. There'll be 48 seconds left on the power play for Hudson at the start of the third period. Roscoe. All right, I guess it will not be power play hockey for Hudson. Kostic is going to get it for a rough right as time expired. So, looked like that slap shot was knocked down in front by Dylan, and he's pretty slow in getting up. He took it right up just below the throat. There's most players will have a V in their shoulder pads, and it looked like that puck hit right in that area. When you go up to play Canada, in Canada, you'll see most players will wear throat protectors just for that very reason.
Josh Perrin, 2-minute minor for roughing.
Okay, I guess it's Perrin going to the box for a rough.
penalty will be
So Hudson showing a little frustration here at the end of the period. Hopefully they can regain their composure and come back and win this one going away. So it is 2-1. Hudson, the only score was by Zach Beinlich, who scored his first varsity goal for Hudson with an assist from Josh Perrin at 12:35 of the period. There were 2 penalties apiece for Hudson. The last 2 penalties against Eau Claire. We'll have 48 seconds to run at the start of the third period, and the penalty against Josh Perrin will run the full 2 minutes at the start of the period. So we will see you at the start of the third period. Dave Drewiski, Paul Winkles here for the Hudson Blue Line Club. Welcome back to the third period of the Hudson Raider Eau Claire North Husky hockey game here at the Hudson Sports and Civic Center in the Gornick Memorial Arena. Hudson, despite dominating the game, only carries a 2-1 lead into this third period. We'll have 48 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, and then Eau Claire will go on a 1 and 12-second power play. Here's Zach Beinlich taking the face-off against Blodgett. Beinlich controls, sends a shot that was deflected in front. There's Zarfus controlling puck in front. There's a quick backhand by Kostic. Second one, Beinlich in front, and then Eau Claire finally clears the puck. A couple good chances in front there on that pass from Zarfus for Zach Beinlich. Well, Beinlich's really using that 6'4" frame to control the puck and create some havoc in front of the Eau Claire net. Bring a face-off to the right of the Eau Claire goalie here. Bernizer's done a nice job tonight. The puck sent around, or it's Meyer didn't handle it. Here's Zarfus coming up with the puck. Zarfus sends it in front. Kostic tried to deflect. Kostic over battling with Meyer. Zarfus helping out. Zarfus comes away with it. Money trying to fight him off. Here's Zarfus with the puck. Zarfus coming around, sends a shot, knocked down in front by Meyer. Puck stolen by Beinlich. And now Eau Claire goes back to full strength on the power play. It's Cody Johnson. Tried to send the puck over to Zarfus, and Roscoe skates it into the Hudson zone. Roscoe's pass knocked down. There's a shot that was deflected wide by Lund. Puck kept in the zone by Shea. Puck dropped back where Shea picks it up. Shea tries to wrap around, and Zarfus clears it. 29 seconds left in the Eau Claire power play. Hudson's Dow and Johnson out as forwards on this penalty kill for Hudson. Dow deflects the puck high, comes down in the Hudson zone. Kostic keeps it in, and Shea picks it up. Shea comes around the net. There's Dow forced that bad pass. Johnson has it, and Johnson whips it out.
Shoot that!
Well,
the ice looks a little sticky. A lot of water goes on. Here's Ryan Dow coming fast into the Hudson zone. Zhao tries to work around his man. That's Roscoe. Dow and Roscoe back behind the net. Roscoe kicks it around the boards, and it comes out of the zone. There's Zip cutting off Shea, and Johnson picks it up for Hudson. That ends the power play for Eau Claire. Battle down here now. Ryan Haynes comes out with it. Haynes comes into the zone, tips it back down to the end wall. Haynes fighting for it. Here's Johnson trying to backhand through traffic. And Lund carries it out of the zone. Lund taken off the puck by Spence Corum, and comes over to Haynes. Haynes sends it up for Patrick. Patrick dumps it into the zone where Zarfus gives chase against Meyer. Meyer comes around. Zarfus tips the puck away from him. Haynes goes in. Comes out to Corum. Puck knocked down in front. and carried away by Dillon. Dillon tries a long lead pass for Lund, which was too long and ends up in ice. And we'll have the face-off back in the Eau Claire zone. Well, Hudson getting some good chances in close. Haven't been able to tickle the twine yet. So here's Sarno taking the face-off now against Lund. Puck comes out where it's knocked down by Rodewald. Rodewald controls it, dumps it right back into the Eau Claire zone. Here's the puck coming over to Roscoe. Roscoe and Sarno. Roscoe comes out. He sends a Kostic back, controls the puck, sends it over to Rodewald. Rodewald sends it back around for Johnson. Puck deflected. Rodewald rides Shea off the puck. Shea comes out, tries to center, knocked down in front. And here's Kostic with it. Kostic up for Johnson, not quite. Claire comes up with it, sends it in front. Shea can't control that. There's Husebo taking it out of the Hudson zone. Husebo slips by his man. Johnson picks it up. Husebo going to the net. Johnson's shot went just wide. There's a pass in front, comes out. Shot wide by Kostic. There's Johnson picking it up, sends it back to Perrin. Perrin's shot in front, deflected wide by Bernizer. There's Johnson, can't quite control it, comes out to Perrin at center ice, and Perrin throws it right back in. Hudson changes lines here. There's Dillon sending it long for Lund. Perrin's got it. Tries to leave the puck behind for Finally sends it back to Perrin, and Perrin over to Jardine.
Oh my goodness.
Quick shot from the corner by Dillon, deflected wide by Patrick. The puck comes out in front, kicked wide by Patrick. Here comes Beinlich across center ice. He's got Jardine trying to get over to McSorley. McSorley lost his skates in front. Out comes Dillon. Eau Claire with a 3-2. But Dillon can't quite find a handle on it to make a pass. Good opportunity there for Eau Claire. Well, that innocent-looking centering pass there was put home by Shea, and Eau Claire ties it up at 5:29 here in the period. Okay, Dillon puts that home with assists to Shea and Menard. Okay, well, that puck was laying there out in front, and Dillon chipped it in over the top of Garrett Patrick. Claire ties it up. There's Ryan Dow coming hard into the zone. Dow leaves it for Johnson. Johnson tried to get it to Drewiski. Double team there in front. Claire is doing a good job of protecting in the high slot area. There's Dow battling back there against Meyer and Lund. Johnson finally comes away with it. Johnson looking. Johnson back to Dow. Puck deflected in front by Meyer. Meyer sends it around the boards. Corum tried to get it in front, intercepted and carried out of the zone by Blodgett. Blodgett around his man. Puck deflected in front. Here comes Johnson out of the zone. Johnson around his man. Johnson in front. Johnson tries a backhand. Just knocked off the puck. Puck comes back around to Kostic. Kostic loses it. And it comes out of the zone. Shea sends it down where Perrin picks it up. Here's Kostic sending it up where Zarfus picks it up coming into the zone. Zarfus shot blocked. Zarfus comes around, puts it in front. Here's Haynes coming around. Nobody home for that pass. Zarfus tries to get it around and it comes out of the zone. Rodewald sends it where it's intercepted by Lund. Lund dumps it in. There's Patrick picking it up and carrying it out of the zone. Patrick around his man. Patrick shot deflected out front. Zarfus picks it up. Zarfus tries to get it over to Haynes, comes out to Perrin. Perrin loses it and dumps it back into the Eau Claire zone. Zarfus staying out on the forecheck. Puck comes around where Rodewald knocks it down. Gal sends it in front for Zarfus. And puck carried away and out of the zone. Here's Shea coming hard into the zone. Kicked wide by Patrick. Druski sends it around where Zick picks it up. Zick sends it back around for Druski. Puck comes out to Roscoe in the corner. They're chipped up by Johnson and sent back towards the Hudson zone. Here's Johnson picking up the puck, coming in with Kostic as Taylor. Kostic, oh, beautiful play. Cody Johnson had Caleb Kostic trailing. Kostic slipped in and shelved it. So Hudson goes back in front. Nice heads-up play. Cody Johnson's picked up that puck just outside the Hudson blue line, came hard into the Eau Claire zone with Kostic trailing. Kostic slipped in on the backside and buried that nice goal mouth feed from Cody Johnson. So Hudson goes back in front here at 8:26. There's a deflection in front. Puck sent out of the zone. Menard back to get it, sends it back to center ice. Puck missed by driver.
No.
And just that quick, Eau Claire comes back and ties the score. Nice play there, Hudson. A little defensive breakdown there with. Okay, that's Dylan scoring with assists from London. Menard. Nice pass there by Derek Lund to set that up. So 3-3 here.
We also have a scoring from Hobbs Arena, Memorial
Druski.
5-2.
Here's Meyer picking it up, sending it around where Zick picks it up. Puck in front, Johnson coming up with it. Johnson sends it in front, Meyer knocks it back to the corner. Druski picks it up, tries to wrap around, didn't quite get there. Druski back out to Kostic. Kostic shot in, nearly, oh, that hit the post and skidded out along the goal line, and Bernizer was able to see it and fall on it. So Kostic just about got his third goal of the evening. Okay, got Patrick in front. Puck kept in the zone by Kostic. His Patrick shot went wide. Feinlich's pass in front. Okay, we're gonna have coincidentals here between Meyer and Zarfus battling in front. So coincidental penalties on Hudson and Eau Claire. Okay, this game's getting interesting. Don't think anyone expected it to be this close. 3-3 here with 7:09 left. There's Dow. Incidental face-offs, incidental penalties. There is no man advantage. Caustic trying to get it back. There's Menard. Shot was deflected high and out of play. Well, Eau Claire's Menard, Dillon, and Shea have done all the damage here for Eau Claire in this third period, netting 2 goals for Eau Claire. Hudson's Caustic netted his second goal to tie it up, to put Hudson ahead briefly. There's Dow bringing it out of the Hudson zone, taken off the puck by Menard. Dow picks it up again, dumps it on net, and Roscoe sends it around and out of the zone. There's Caustic picking it up at center ice. Quick pass, deflected back in behind the Eau Claire net. There, Johnson with it behind the net, tried to hit Drewiski, break into the net, didn't quite connect. There's a high stick on Eau Claire that'll bring a face-off.
Hey, short.
Face-off just outside the Eau Claire zone with 6:22 left. Or actually, it'll bring it inside the Eau Claire zone because of the high stick infraction. So Beinlich will take the face-off here against Shea. Beinlich controls the face-off, sends it to Zick, can't quite control it. Zick sends it around to Perrin. Perrin, Beinlich back in to help out. Beinlich reverses field and sends it over to Perrin. Perrin around to Patrick. Patrick knocked off the puck. Garrett Patrick gloves it, leaves it for Perrin. Perrin sends a long pass out to Patrick at center ice. It's caught in his equipment. Patrick fights through it. Beinlich's in front. Beinlich still got it. Beinlich trying to goalmouth feed for Husebo. Husebo just short on that. There's Zick. Shot is gloved by Bernizer, and it'll bring a face-off in the Eau Claire zone. Oh, a lot more end-to-end hockey than we saw in the first 2 periods. Eau Claire getting some pressure against Hudson.
Hey, you got stuff there? What's the next whistle, right? Is it next whistle? 8?
Okay, those penalties will be up in about 11 seconds here. So Johnson tried a shot right off the face-off. The puck gets around Caustic. And there's an offside on Eau Claire. Money taking a shot just as the puck came across the line.
Money, go with it. Don't make it into the
Well, it's a good name for a center, Money, you know. But here we've got Dillon taking the face-off against Dow. Dillon dumping it in. Zick over to pick it up. Zick battling with Money over there. And puck still rattling around where finally it's picked up by Dow. Dow's pass deflected in front. And Caustic sends it out. Eau Claire dumps it right back into the Hudson zone. Zick picks it up. Zick, a little saucer pass over Shea. Shot, attempted shot, deflected. A good opportunity in front for Shea, didn't quite connect. Here's Cody Johnson coming across with Drewiski. Johnson, Johnson 5-hole, little on the ice, I think, with Drewiski in front. Bernizer was looking for the pass. Johnson instead saw an opening and zipped a low hard shot on the ice and puts Hudson back in front. Okay, the scoring on that will be Cody Johnson with the goal for Hudson. Phil Drewiski and Caleb Caustic with the assists.
Hudson number 18, Cody Johnson.
Finally out to take the face-off.
Drewiski at 17, Caleb Caustic. Johnson, Drewiski,
Okay, if Hudson can just settle down and play good defense in front of their own net, they should be able to take this game away. There's Claire coming into the zone. Is Shea feeds the slot, feeds his man in the slot there. Blodgett's shot went wide. Puck banging around on the blue line. Still knocked around. There's Beinlich battling away. Shea comes out with it. Puck in front. Big shot from Roscoe, deflected wide. And Meyer tries to shoot, blocked by Zarfus. Zarfus finally ends up with it. Hudson with a 3-on-2 here. Zarfus coming into the zone. Fusebo wasn't able to control it. Kostic knocks it back. And Kostic ends up with the puck. Kostic coming cross ice, nobody home, where Shea picks it up. 3:35 left here. Ryan Dow intercepts the pass. Dow leaves it for Zarfus. Zarfus can't quite control. Here comes Perrin in to keep the puck in the zone. Drewski leaves the puck for Zarfus, comes back around to Dow. Dow to Zarfus. Zarfus being hassled there by Dylan. Drewski with the puck. Sends it out to Kostic. Kostic's that deflection just barely stopped by Bernizer. Would have given Kostic a hat trick for tonight. Drewski back. The puck comes out and over Kostic's stick. Comes back out into neutral ice. Here's Cody Johnson. Tried to get the puck up to Dow. Coming in, Dylan coming in. Perrin battling with it. Aaron Johnson leading that play really well, comes out. Here's Ryan Dow in one-on-one with help from Cody Johnson now. Dow's backhander beat Bernizer on the near side. Well, Bernizer, the trick is for the goalie to take the shooter and the defenseman to take the trailer. And in that case, Bernizer didn't quite know what was going on. And Dow took advantage of that open post and put it home. So Ryan Dow scores, assist to Cody Johnson and Phil Drewski. Hudson gets what we hope is an insurance goal at 14:36 here. So timeout for Eau Claire.
Johnson and Drewski at 14:26.
Hudson comes back quickly here from that tie game. The last 2 minutes scoring goals on nice odd man rushes. The trick in having sons that are defensemen, the goalie's always got to know who's got who. And in the case is, if your goalie's not good enough to stop the shooter, you need a new goalie. In that case, the goalie wasn't sure who to take. He wasn't sure if there was going to be a pass or a shot. He tried to play both ways and he got burned on the near post. So Hudson, hopefully that's the insurance goal they needed, or as Wayne Larrabee would say, that's the dagger. But we'll see. Eau Claire has been very resilient. They play kind of counterpunch hockey, a little bit of rope-a-dope. They got Hudson frustrated. Hudson put a lot of pressure on in the first two periods, was only able to convert twice, despite having many shots and good shot opportunities. Eau Claire converted twice in this period to briefly go ahead and tie the game. So it's been exciting hockey this period compared to the first two periods where Hudson really dominated. So 2:34 left. Eau Claire took a timeout to regroup, and it'll be Dylan against Dow here on the face-off at center ice. Puck goes back into the zone. There's puck stolen by Dow. He just lost his little bit of a lazy D-to-D pass there. Dow was anticipating it. And here comes Dylan back into the zone, looking for a trailer. Picked up by Hudson's defense. Puck sent around and out to the Eau Claire point. Shot in front, deflected. Here's Johnson picking it up, sending it to Dow, and Dow dumps it in. Hudson will do a partial line change. There's Roscoe flipping it long out where Perrin picks it up. Perrin coming into the zone with speed. gets around his man, leaves it for Cody Johnson. Johnson back battling, and big number 4, Roscoe, who's logged a lot of minutes, ends up with it. Johnson sends it back where Roscoe picks it up in the Eau Claire zone. Roscoe looking for a long pass. He hits Lund. Lund loses it to Perrin. Perrin sends it around where Zarfus is racing the Menard for the puck. Zarf controls it, tries to get a pass in front where he had both Fusible and Beinlich. Caleb Kostick back to pick it up. Kostick out of the zone. Sent back into the Eau Claire zone by Zarfus. Another flip pass by Roscoe where it comes over to Lund.
1 minute
Left in the game here. Dillon coming in, his shot deflected. Dillon tried to wrap around there, but was covered up by Hudson's defense. Here's Perrin with his flip pass hit the girders over our heads, so that'll bring a face-off down in the Hudson zone with 46 seconds left. Well, Hudson appears to have put away this pesky Eau Claire North team. They've been very opportunistic, scoring 2 goals in this third period. Hudson came back with some venom, though, late in the period and got 2 insurance goals. Face-off 1. Roscoe shot knocked down in front. Here comes Cody Johnson. No goal, and Cody... Cody had a wide open net and hit the post. So their puck comes out for Kostick. Here's Kostick's chance for a hat trick. Dow gets it, and Dow scores. A deflection in front. So that is the dagger for sure. Okay, that'll be the scoring on that. Ryan Dow from Caleb Kostick. Big night for Mr. Kostick. 2 goals, 2 assists.
Number 8, Ryan Dow.
Eau Claire tried to pull their goalie for a little late game heroics. That backfired on them, and Hudson gets their 6th goal. There's a shot in front by Eau Claire, kicked off to the front. Roscoe, and there's Kostick coming in with 19 seconds left. Kostick gets around his man, takes a shot. Well, nothing replaces speed. Here's Beinlich knocking it down at the blue line. Sent back in front by Dardine. And puck comes out to center ice, and that'll be it. Kostick will just skate it out, and Hudson will skate away with a 6-3 victory. Well, there was an awful lot of action here in the third period. The third period started out with both teams skating 4-on-4. Eau Claire for 48 seconds, Hudson for a full 2 minutes. Eau Claire scored the first goal of the period with Dillon with assists from Shea and Menard. Then Hudson came back at 9:36 with Caleb Kostick scoring his 2nd goal and a nice assist from Cody Johnson. Eau Claire then tied the score again with Dillon scoring with assists from Lund and Menard. That combination gave Hudson trouble tonight. There were coincidental roughing penalties on Hudson at 9:57 when Zarfus and Meyer went to the box for a coincidental rough. But after that, it was all Hudson. Cody Johnson scored with assists from Druski and Kostick at about the 16-minute mark. And then at 14:36, Ryan Dow with assists from Cody Johnson and Phil Druski made it 5-3. Hudson got the final insurance goal when Ryan Dow scored an empty netter with an assist from Caleb Kostick. So the shots are pretty much indicative of the way the game was played. Hudson did dominate for the first and second periods in the last half of the third. Eau Claire certainly made a game of it, coming back to tie the score twice on the Raiders here in the third period before Hudson eventually pulled away. Hudson ends up with a
Second assist on the last Hudson goal, 18.
okay, and they're awarding a second assist on the last Hudson goal, going to Cody Johnson.
Third goal for Hudson 8 was the second assist also.
Okay, so
Putting the number 8.
and the third goal for Hudson, Ryan Dow gets an assist on that. So anyway, to wrap the game up, it was a lot more exciting than I thought it would be. Hudson came in with a big reputation, only one loss. Eau Claire had won 3 games, but against weaker opponents, and even the comparative score of them beating Hayward rallying to win 5-4, and Hudson beating Hayward 10-0. On paper, this looked like it would be a walkaway from Hudson. Eau Claire, like many other teams in the Big Rivers, really gets up to play Hudson. They gave Hudson all they could handle for a good part of the game until Hudson finally pulled away in the last 8 minutes of the third period. So that's a wrap for tonight. So for Dave Drewiski and Paul Winkles, we're bringing you this for the Hudson Blue Line Club, and we hope you come out and enjoy Raider hockey sometime this winter. Thank you and good night.